Hey guys, happy Wednesday. If you're new here, I'm Shaina. It's nice to meet you. Welcome to the land of bettering yourself and your life. Today, I'm telling a story. It's the story of how I became a life coach. First of all, if you've heard parts of this story through my other videos or my website or straight from the source, my mouth, then I apologize. You're just gonna have to hear it again. It was a requested video, so I know you wanna hear it. Everybody needs to hear it, and that's just what we're gonna do, and you're gonna like it. I'm Shaina, and I love sharing ways on how to better yourself and how to create a beautiful life. Okay, where to begin? How did I become a life coach? This is a good story. So I went to a four-year college like any high school graduate is told to do without any idea of what I wanted to do, who I was, who I wanted to be, or how to write a check for that matter. I really did not have a bank account. I was very prepared for life, as you can tell. At college orientation, we were forced to choose a major, but in my case, I opted for undecided because that's how you justify spending $20,000 a year. After one semester down, I sat down with my guidance counselor who didn't even know my name but encouraged me to choose a major. So after about a 60-second deliberation, I went with textiles, merchandising, and design field because that's what all the girls were doing in college and that was the cool thing to do, so that's what I did. And then quickly I realized, what a silly mistake that was, Shaina. I'm totally gonna go into the distinguished field of communication studies, aka undecided with a proper name. And this story's already too long. Fast forward. I graduated with honors, no job, no money, no direction, and I was living back at home. I was living the dream. I ended up working on the front lines as a customer service rep for a well-known bank, but after about a year of being verbally abused by people with less money than me and being told when I could use the bathroom every day, I landed a job in radio in Hartford, Connecticut. And this is when my whole life changed completely. I'm just kidding. I promised myself I wouldn't relive this period of my life. But yet here we are. I was very unhappy at that job and where I was in my life back then, but I did learn a lot. I learned all the things I didn't want, and I had a really big wake-up call, and that was I was not living up to my full potential. And I'd probably never live in Connecticut ever. I'm not saying it's a bad place, I'm just saying it wasn't for me. After 9 months of being there, I woke up one day and I just couldn't do it anymore. Emotionally, mentally, physically, I couldn't do it. So I quit without a plan because that is what brave, intuitive people do. Or idiots, you can decide. The only thing I knew for sure was that I was not gonna jump into a quote unquote real job until I found what I was looking for, and that was my purpose and my passion in life. So I moved out to Boston to nanny for a little bit to pay the bills. At first, I got so caught up in making money that I really pushed my mission aside. And then after about 9 months of being there, I had an opportunity to move out to LA. I took it to see my mission through once and for all. And so my life began on the West Coast. The first year was messy. It's probably an understatement. It was messy. I was kind of an emotional wreck. I remember thinking, what the hell did I just do? I had lost my old identity, but I hadn't yet found my new one, so I was in this really weird, difficult place of nothingness, but it forced me and it motivated me to go on this self-discovery quest. So I read a ton of self-help books that really became my personal guide, and I devoted all of my time and energy into bettering myself and becoming who I really wanted to be out in the world. Rich and famous. Just kidding. So as I was implementing and practicing all these new ways of living and learning how to not listen to my mind and tap into my authentic self, I was exploring my curiosities, I was exploring my strengths and my skills, and I was putting together the pieces of the puzzle one by one. I didn't know what life coaching was. I had never heard of a life coach before, and it really took me over a year after picking up my first self-help book to realize this is what I meant to be doing, to really feel like this was my jam. And that's when I enrolled in Martha Beck's coach training program where I became a certified life coach. I'll put some details in the description box below. And then I went on to complete a second program with one of Martha's master coaches where I received my second certification. My work is far from done as I navigate through the big world of self-help, but it feels like a huge breath of fresh air for me. I really went from being this lost rule follower to becoming becoming this person that's full of knowledge and passion and full of freedom. And it was clear to me that this was my life's work, to help other people, especially younger people, become the person that they're proud to be and live a life that they're genuinely happy to live. In videos past, I have voiced my frustration about our school systems and the lack of education and information when it comes to mind management. So with my passion for this work and how it's really steered my life in the right direction, combined with my frustration, that is what fuels me every day to make a difference. That's how I became a life coach in a nutshell. That's it for today, guys. If you liked my story, make sure you give this video a thumbs up right below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you back here next Wednesday. Bye. I swear, every time I'm filming, something like this happens. Turn off your alarm. Thank you.